Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Come on in. Come on in. Let's get going with afternoon announcements. Afternoon. So glad to see you. Good afternoon. We're going to give everyone time to get in. Hope you guys had a great day at the Pisgah University. We're going to give everybody time, a couple more minutes to get in before we get started. All right. All right. Let's get started. We was giving everyone an opportunity to come in. Looks like we have some people having some trouble, but let's get started. So, welcome. Thank you for another amazing day at the Pisgah University, where we strive for excellence every day without excuses. This is your favorite principal, Mr. Davis, coming to you with afternoon announcements. Students first, I would like to thank you again for a great day. Um, we are doing an exceptional job with our CFA testing in math and ELA this week. We also have science and social studies. So continue to keep up the great work. Those are short assessments, but again, we always want to do physical checks to see where we are throughout our teaching. And so thank you guys for being cooperative and taking care of business with your teachers throughout this week. It is hump day. We'll get into Thursday and Friday to close things out. As you can see, these weeks roll through really quickly. So make sure you're staying on top of things with your grades, with your assignments, and we will all be successful throughout our transition in the virtual environment. First, students in band, again, make sure that if you have your $10 to pay um, for your electronic program or your fee, please be sure that you see Ms. Howard at the end of each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, just Tuesday through Thursday only after school from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. She will continue collecting those funds for your digital program for music. So make sure you are speaking with your parents and you're getting those funds in. Secondly, don't forget tomorrow is lunch distribution or meal distribution day. So if your parents are picking those meals up, please be sure they remember, or if any parents are on with us this afternoon, please remember that is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 9 to 12 noon, and then again from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The makeup time is always Fridays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. only. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. only. Students, today was bullying prevention day. We want to make sure that we stop the bullying, whether it's in person or um, cyberbullying. There's so many different types of bullying, and I know our wonderful counselors, Ms. Sanders and Ms. Bowers, have been educating you guys around bullying prevention and things you can do in not participating in it or how to report it. And again, these are things that we take very seriously. So students, if anything is going on and you guys do a great job with it, just please be sure to report any incidents to myself, Dr. Anthony, or your counselors, and we'll be sure to investigate and hop right on those things. But again, we want to focus on ways that we can prevent bullying situations from occurring or from us being the bully on that end. So Thank you guys so much for your participation in wearing your orange today. Hopefully you had an opportunity to wear your orange, take some pictures and get those over to Ms. Bowers so we can get those posted to our website and social media accounts. All right. Lastly, next week, don't forget we have our curriculum night, and we're going to have a great time with our trunk or treat. So make sure that you come out, you wear your costumes. We're going to remain safe. We're going to remain in our cars. There will be a drive-through trunk or treat with your parents. So if you have an opportunity to come out and participate, please be sure that you do so. We're definitely going to have a great time. We're going to remain safe. Um, and do what we have to do. But we want this to be a community celebration and an event where you guys can not only receive some information um, from our curriculum, whether it's reading or math or science or social studies, but you'll also get an opportunity just to get you a treat bag and have some fun in a social distant type way. All right. So again, that event will be next Friday, October 30th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the backside of our school. So we're very excited about that going down. All right. So let's get into our shout outs as we close out. So we have shout outs from Miss Hudson, um, Miss Whitehouse, Miss Cole, Miss Harding. So all these teachers wanted to make sure that they shared some great things that you guys were doing today. So first I want to go to Miss Hudson. So Ms. Hudson wanted to shout out her third period class from yesterday. They had 100% on the Eagle warm up. And she definitely said students were on fire with knowledge. So she shouted out Brandon Walls, Bosa, Vernon Thompson, Taylor Hudson, Niobe Palms, Dorian Gavick, DeAndre Logan, Jordan Brooks, Jaden Lee, and Carly Halliburton. So hats off to those 10 students that were on fire with Miss Hudson on yesterday. Miss Whitehouse, she wanted to shout out her fifth period beginning orchestra today. They were so awesome. Stated that they stayed on task, attentive, and were all turning into budding and fantastic musicians. So, woo, hats off to that fifth period class for Ms. Whitehouse orchestra class. Also, Ms. Cole, she would like to shout out her fifth period class. They all did well today. Thank you so much to Kame Reynolds, Clint Galloway, Lars Pickett for being the examples for the class today on how to get things going. So thank you so much to those scholars who took care of business. And we had Ms. Harden. Ms. Harden wanted to give a special shout out to Kendall Reynolds for technological assistance to her peers on today. She would also like to give a shout out to her eighth grade homeroom first period students. They have returned from fall break with improved attitudes and efforts. They are dedicated, demonstrating maturity and a joy to have in their first period class. So hats off, Miss Harden, for taking care of business on that. And our last teacher, Miss Ewing. Miss Ewing wanted to shout out her third period coding group, the App Monsters, Binary Beast, Debug Entity, and Software Chasers for tackling their coding lesson objectives. She said her fourth period Binary Beast, Debug Entity, and Software Chasers, and her entire sixth period class for demonstrating excellence every day without excuses. She truly appreciates your hard work, and that is from Ms. Ewing. So thank you, teachers, for sharing. And lastly, we have our student shout outs to our teachers. And you know, I always enjoy delivering these because they are just such uh, not only a treat to receive, but just to read. They are so touching all the time. So we want to, I'll start with Mackenzie Smith. Mackenzie wanted to shout out Miss Ewing for being so nice, helpful, and caring. She said that Miss Ewing is one of her favorite teachers. So thank you so much, Mackenzie Smith, for sharing. Dorian Gavitt wanted to shout out Miss Hall for pushing through, although they continue to have technical issues at times, but she's always nice and she's always pushing through and making sure they learn each and every day. Thank you, Dorian, for sharing that with about our wonderful Miss Hall. Ayana Golston wanted to shout out Ms. Whitehouse for being patient, even though she missed her going to AMRO the other day. And she wanted to shout out her orchestra, her other teacher for helping with her left hand form. So thank you, Ayana, for sharing there. We also had from Czar Brown, he just wanted to shout out and thank his classmates for being so quiet and attentive during testing. And he was able to concentrate and get things done. So students, thank you so much. Continue sharing as always. I really appreciate reading them and going through each time. It's been a great day. It's been a great start to the week. We're midways through. To come back from fall break and really get back into things the way we did, it's just been great. Students, lastly, as I close out, don't forget, make sure your parents go in and make selections, choice selections for our re-entry in January. Again, we'll re-enter into schools. That is the plan right now for January. However, parents will have the autonomy to select whether you will remain virtual or if you will come back in person. So again, parents need to go in and update those by October 30th, by next Friday. So make sure they get that done and everything will be good so we can plan for a safe return in January if that happens. Students, it's been an amazing day. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon. Remember, Eagle Time is in time, on time, every time except for a little bit of ahead of time, which is always better time. This is your favorite principal signing off. And as always, go Eagles.